Peace to the family. Oh man, they be messing with my video. Keep pausing because it's pausing. But peace to the family. Greetings. Is there a pause? I just had to turn the Wi-Fi off. Maybe it's that. Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Greetings, greetings. How's everybody doing? Salute. Oh, Connecticut is in the building. All right. Afro Goddess, that's your new thing? New York in the building. Salute. Okay, now. I'm just checking in with the family. I'm just checking in with the family and seeing how everybody's doing and whatnot. Yeah, I had to turn the Wi-Fi off. Usually you got to turn the Wi-Fi on, but I turned it off so it could work a little bit better. How am I doing? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm doing great. Just waiting for the spring to spring forward. Wrapping up this winter, you feel me? Wrapping up this was a cold winter. This was a cold winter. But it was a good winter. You feel me? It was a good winter. You know, many lessons learned in this winter season. Many lessons learned in this winter season. And I look forward to what the spring is going to bring. Do I think Elohim will come for us? Not at all. I think that you are going to come for whoever. You're going to come for yourself. Nobody's going to come and save you. Nobody's on the way. You feel me? There's nobody that's coming to, no sky daddy is coming down to get you. You know, the way that I see it, because think about it. For the 6 million people that made transition in the last 2 years off of the C-19, did anybody come and get them? Right? Peace, Dark Lord. My guy, what's good with you, my fam? It's been a minute. You know, you gonna get yourself in this reality or in this quote unquote life that you're living. You gotta be responsible for you. Let's really make a concerted effort to break the chains of putting something outside of ourselves in control and always sitting on your laurels and waiting for somebody to do what we need to be doing. I'm speaking to myself as well. I'm not preaching to y'all. I'm really just having a conversation with self. Okay? Sometimes we put a lot into other people. Sometimes we put a lot into external sources. Sometimes I had to learn the hard way this winter season, that a lot of my success moving forward and a lot of my quote unquote legacy moving forward is going to derive from whatever I'm able to bring from within my mind, right? I'm an artist by trade. People don't even know that. Like I'm an artist who put the pencil down, and the download or the message that I got is that if I don't pick up and if I don't express my gifts, not only am I going to lose it, but I'm going to lose miserably because of that, right? I'm giving you some insight onto something that's personal to me. So before I'm putting my eggs in baskets that are outside of myself, right? I'm relying on other things, even though everything that I've been doing since y'all met me has come from within. I created a clothing line. Those designs, the colors, all of this shit is something internal that I'm bringing out. When I start making music, that's me expressing my art. When I'm writing rhymes, it's almost like I'm drawing. I'm bringing it out. When I'm doing lectures and I'm building and whatnot, I'm mining. I'm really just, it's like, you know how they do Bitcoin or cryptocurrency mining. I'm mining my mind based off of the research that I've done, based off of my perception of reality, based off of something that's inside of me. I'm not reading off of the whiteboard. I'm not reading off of somebody else's. I'm not running with somebody else's narrative. I'm actually creating my own. So theoretically, I've been doing this since I've presented myself to this, to the world and whatnot as Red Pill, right? Prior to that, when I was Twin and my other alter egos, I wasn't really focusing on bringing anything from inside of me. I was wearing stolen clothes and selling that shit, and it was all about the drip. It was all about the designer, but I wasn't designing it. You feel me? I was what do they call that? I was getting our what do they call that? Reparations, right? I was freeing the cotton from Macy's. How about that? Shout out to Kibalon. What's good with you, my brother? Real quick, me and the good brother Al-Kibalon 44, right? A week from now, okay? Right before the summer, right before the solstice kicks in, a week from now, what is that? The 19th, right? Which is on a Saturday. We are going to be presenting a lecture, right? A powerful, powerful lecture, heavy in the metaphysics. I already know y'all ain't been getting y'all metaphysical downloads and whatnot, because ain't nobody teaching that shit on YouTube. Give me the names of who's keeping the metaphysical torch lit. Please, I'm really curious. Who is keeping that flame lit? Who's out there? Because I don't know too many people that's out there these days. Who's out there keeping that torch lit? Me and his good brother, the people actually called for an encore. We did something in January. They said, bring him back. So we're going to be pulling up. And right before the actual equinox, oh yeah, 7 Bomar, that goes without saying. I don't know who Ani is, right? I don't know who that person is, but shout out to them. I will not negate anybody putting in work. D-Lo, the pilot man, not sure of that man either, but salute to him, because what I won't do is I'll never negate the work that anybody is putting in. You know, if you know me, you know I give it up. I'm not ego driven like that. I give it up. I salute. Okay? I salute. I salute those who are putting in that work, because I know that it's not easy. This is not an easy walk right here. This is not an easy road. Brother Youssef, I know who that is. And salute to Brother Youssef. You know, these are students that are coming up and they are taking the ranks and whatnot, and they're stepping it up. They're stepping to the forefront and doing what they doing their thing. You feel me? You know? Peace, Amana. How you doing? Greetings. But what I do know, and this is not to negate anybody else that's doing their thing, I do know Al-Kibalon 44 is one of the brightest lights that we have in the community, you know, amongst these new teachers, that is showing and proving that his information is right and exact, because he puts out these posts that speak about the colors and the numbers in the universe. The great divine speaks through signs, and the universe talks back to us, talks black to us. You feel me? And if you're out there, if you're one of the master students and you feel like it's your time to step forward, to get on this global stage, no, hold on, this galactic stage, because it's not, let me close the window. This is a galactical stage, and I'm not talking out the side of my neck. This stage that we're on, I promise you, it's not just humans that are watching us. It's not just humans that are watching us. This stage, the signals that we're sending out are they're being picked up by forces, right? That are extraterrestrial. Keep in mind, there's 44 million aboriginals or indigenous people on the planet, right? Not on the planet. So the conversation, right? Because this is about frequency. How many groups of us are having high conversations in the public, on public stages where more than 10,000 people are watching at a time? Because the capacity of Madison Square Garden and the capacity of the Barclays Centers is 18,000 people. So if you do a video on YouTube, or if you go viral and more than 18,000 people are viewing it, that means that you're speaking to a whole stadium, similar to if me and you were standing at Madison Square Garden like Marcus Garvey was and having a speech with our delegates, right? So please let me know. And I'm not negating the family in Africa, in the Caribbean, South America, but I know in Northwest Mexum, in the wilderness of Northwest Mexum, there's like a 1 percentile of people that look like me and you who are on the front lines, putting their life, right? Putting their likeness, their life, everything on the line to teach the people. And that is being picked up by something far more superior than a bunch of people with smart TVs. And that's no offense to anybody. So what I'm saying is, if you feel that you're ready to step out there and serve the people, because keep in mind, we are in service. This is a service. I let people know I'm in community service. You know how somebody get 100 hours of community service? I might have got 100 years of community service. Why? Because I was outside. Okay. And I helped to contribute I motivated a lot of young men and women in my heydays to do what? To flirt with death and to take penitentiary chances. I take responsibility for that, right? When we was out there boosting, we was out there with our criminality, and we was out there doing felonious activities. I know that I was a macro influence. Peace. How you doing?
Peace to the God and the
How
goddesses.
you doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing better now. My son went out and everything. Uh,
Yes.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for your teachings.
Oh, for sure. I was just sharing before the sound went out that I recognize what it is that we do over the years as a form of community service. And when I say community service, I'm saying it to the people who want to be teachers, that if you decide that's what you want to do, there's a level of service that you have to be comfortable with providing. You feel me?
Yes.
And you might not receive all of your flowers in this lifetime. You might not. I don't know what people get in for this. I don't know why they get in it for in the first place. But if you got into it for physical means or materialistic means, you are going to be highly upset when you don't receive that, because that's not what this is about. You feel me? This is about balancing the scales. This is about giving back, because you may have taken back in the days. This is about sharing what it is that you're experiencing, because I'm fully aware that my walk is being watched and being viewed and being followed by a lot of other people. You know what I mean? And I let them know that I stumble sometimes because I'm not perfect. You feel me? So, but it's about the lesson that you learn in your stumbling.
Facts. I've
Why
learned that.
learn from a fool? You know? Where you tapping in from?
Right now I'm in Far Rockaway, but I'm originally
Woo!
from Brooklyn.
Okay. I'm gonna send you some security detail out there because you know, they kind of
Yes.
Fern Bank. Is that what do they call that? Fern something?
Red Fern.
Red Fern. Right, right. You near Red Fern?
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to Far Rockaway, man. Y'all different out there, but I respect y'all. One of my good friends from out there, from back in the days.
Right now, I actually want to work on Ravenwood houses.
Okay, what you want to work on with it?
I want to clean it up a little bit. I think they need a lot of, the spiritual teachings.
Is that what
Um,
got killed?
where?
Is that where Stack Bundles lost his life?
I'm not sure. That would be something new to me.
Right, right. Yeah, he got killed somewhere in Far Rockaway. Um,
Understanding.
yeah, please tap into me in my DM so I could assist in any way possible because we do have some of the blueprints to going into some of the most dangerous places and helping to raise up the frequency. At least if we get one or two people up out of there, you know, that's a feat in it of itself.
Exactly.
Indeed,
Yes.
no doubt.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Like I said, contact me so I can get in touch with you, please.
Blessings.
Hey, bless up.
Bye.
Be safe out there.
Of course, you know
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You're gonna, you know, and I only say that as a measurement of, you know, just me sharing as a man speaking to a woman, just sharing that whole energy and break and actually helping to, you know, reassure you that you always are safe, especially if you walk in this walk. You are protected. You feel me? So I'm not saying it to be like you're in danger. I'm just reminding you that, yo, the ancestors walk with you and the mission that you want to walk into, because you're going into the lion's den, you're going to be not only protected, but you're going to be rewarded when you do what it is that you want to do. So follow your heart, and I'm gonna assist you in that walk.
Thank you so much.
Peace.
Yes, peace.
So, you know, shout out to the sister, you know what I mean? Shout out to Far Rockaway. Shout out to everybody that lives in certain type of areas that they may identify as killing fields, you know, hoods and whatnot, you know, dark places that you can actually feel the energy and you can look on the people's faces and see what they're, you know, and see what they're going through. That shit hurts. If you're an empath, if you're somebody who really cares and whatnot, and you are not quote unquote cut off from the suffering of the people and whatnot, or your DNA, because DNA responds to environments. It's hard for me to go into an environment that's dilapidated, or it's the spirits are very disturbed and whatnot, and I don't feel that shit. When I go back into New York, I feel the pain. I feel the heftiness. I feel the weight. You know what I mean? I feel the weight. I don't have all of the answers. I have to sometimes walk through that shit and just deal with it as it is. Henceforth, sometimes I'm very defensive because it makes me, it activates a part of me that really makes me want to just pull out this flaming sword and just start cutting heads off. You know what I mean? But I gotta sometimes relax. You know what I mean? Because what the reason why that happens is because there's a war going on outside and I can feel it. You feel me? I'm not gonna deny what I feel. There's a war going on outside, or maybe there's a war going on inside, and I could pick up on that shit. And I'm like, yo, I need to be protected. You know what I mean? I need to be protected. But then I tell myself, you know, that's not an answer. That's not the way. That's not the way. But if I take you on a walk through Harlem with me, if I go on live and I walk through Harlem, you just gonna be like, throw these niggas away. You know what I'm talking about? And Pool was goody. You're gonna be like, when you see what the people are going through, some of them can't be fixed. So what's the lesson that I get when I walk away from that? The only lesson that I get when I walk away from that is don't smoke crack, don't shoot heroin, no matter what you're going through in life. You feel me? Stop eating pork. Stop eating red meat. You know, whatever issues that you may be going through, deal with them. Because what I see is a lot of people who took the quote unquote easy way out or escapism when it came to dealing with life's issues. whether it was, you know, that they had financial issues, they were emotionally unavailable. Some people even are walking around New York City and you could tell that they got spells put on them. They walked into a spiritual system, or they was with a spiritual person who wasn't really that spiritual. You know what I'm talking about? You know, shit like that happens. So once again, a fool, a wise man can learn from a fool, but a fool can't necessarily learn from a wise man. So I be looking around and I'm like, shit, I need to take advice that from what I'm seeing, what's being shown to me. I'm seeing this for a reason, right? I'm seeing all of this, the degradation of our people. It's a reason why I'm seeing this. I'm not seeing it because I'm gonna solve those issues, because you can't put all of that weight on one man's shoulders. I don't have those answers. I got the answers for me though. And when I see people sleeping on a train, when I see them shooting dope in a train station, when I'm seeing them eating out the garbage cans, when I'm seeing them do all talking to themselves and whatnot, the mental health, right? And I said it on Brother Richard's show the other night, is bigger than mental health. We need to start researching hyperdimensional warfare. You feel me? We need to start researching what the fuck was that passage when they said war on higher principalities. What exactly does that look like? When you're at war with powers and forces of higher on higher levels and whatnot, what does that war look like on the earthly plane? What does it look like? Does it look like mental health? Does it look like niggas talking to themselves and they don't have no Bluetooth on? Huh? Does it look like people wandering around like they're trapped in different quote unquote time zones, not time zones, different, you know, do you believe in a parallel universe? They're trapped in parallel universes. There's a TikTok dude who be like, yo, he's a TikTok dude, and he came back from 2010, I think. It's some shit where he's in the future and he's seeing all of the shit that's changed. He's from like 2010. I'm running into people in the streets, and these niggas look like they came out of a 1996 state property video. They look completely stuck in time, in a time zone. They look like they're frozen in time. I've gone to different cities and towns and whatnot. I drive through the town. The shit look like they pressed pause on the city in 1978. It looks like it's completely stuck in time. Real talk. It looks like it's frozen in time. So if the architecture and the whole energy of the city is frozen in time, then the mentality of the people is stuck in time too. These niggas are stuck. They stuck in a fucking loop, right? Remember the movie Looper? So hyperdimensional warfare is a spiritual war that people are they're offsetting it and saying, oh, black mental health matters and whatnot. Our people are having mental health issues. Where does that stem from? What is the, let's get to the root. Let's get to the root. You're identifying the symptoms. What is the root of it? This is my thing, and I proposed this before. Especially in a day and age of blockchain technology, especially because we are currently living in what is known as the technological future, right? We could create a program where we take the homeless off of the streets. We can have like a warehouse type of facility that can house up to 500 and more people. We could take these quote unquote homeless or downtrodden people, or people that have these issues and whatnot, and we could implement many different we could do many different things to help bring them back to some type of sane, because everybody is not all the way gone, and sending them to Ward's Island, shooting them with Therazine and all of these pharmacopoeia, that's not the answers. Okay. Look at Kanye West. Look at what they did to Kanye West with the behavior modification drugs and whatnot. Look at how he's going and spiraling and whatnot. That's not the answer. What they need, or what they could benefit off of, is a clean diet to start out with, a different environment, right? A different environment where you could take them outside of the confines of the city and bring them into nature, some water, right? A lot of water fasting for at least 72 hours. That would be their quarantine before we even move them into a quote unquote general population. Like the same way when you niggas go through jail and whatnot, they quarantine your ass for 72 hours. A 72-hour water fast quarantine. Of course, you incentivize it to whereas if they pass these things, they're going to get something out of it. They might get shelter. They might get a stipend. They might get something. You give them clothing. You give them raw food. You give them raw food, not non-GMO, right? And you also give them like some gold water, some sea moss. You might have to cleanse them out and help them get rid of those worms. Because imagine if we got parasites and we not homeless and we not in the streets and we not dumpster diving, what the fuck do they have in their system? Okay. So the ability for everybody to improve or the ability for everybody to transform the same way that many of us have transformed with our consciousness when we went on our quote unquote path of enlightenment, we could offer that to the world, or we could offer that to the unfortunate and the downtrodden, because amongst them, you're not going to save everybody, but out of 100 of them, 10 of them are going to be on the same frequency that the Nation of Islam found murderers, killers, drug dealers. The same frequency that the Nation of Islam, the Nation of Gods and Earth, the Moorish Science Temple, all of these organizations that were responsible for cleaning people up and making them into gods, we still have that functioning today. We still have that functioning today, but we're not utilizing our powers to kind of turn things around. I'm just throwing that out there. You know what I mean? That's some humanitarian shit that hopefully, we could carry out one day, because it's worth the try. It's worth the try. I'm not comfortable with just saying fuck them all, kill them all, and let God sort them out. That's just not how I move. You know what I mean? That's really not how I move. Brother in Cairo, if you're in the building and you want to tap in real quick, I would love to bring you in so we could chop it up about our upcoming workshop. That's very important to me, that the audience that's out there find out what it is that we're doing, because this brother right here, he's in Brazil right now, and for the past 3 to 4 weeks, he has been assisting anybody who's willing to take the information and apply it. He's been helping people not only to get their money right, but to get their assets right, right? Their assets. What do you mean by assets? What I mean by assets is their precious metals and whatnot. Their gold, their silver, right? Their platinum, their rhodium, their palladium, right? Because real quick in Cairo, in February, me and Blue Pill went to Arizona and we began beating on the drums about cryptocurrency, right? We began beating on the drums about cryptocurrency, right? How did we know that the whole monetary system was about to take a shift, right? How do we know that fiat money and whatnot was about to go out of the window? How do we know that cryptocurrency was about to take a crash? How do we know that the stock market was about to bottom out? How do we know? Because we tapped in. You know what I'm talking about? Because we could see ahead of the times. So when we start talking about cryptocurrency, right, we was referring to crystals, right? The crystals, the crystal family, the crystal kingdom and whatnot. And the fact that that's actually wealth. Those are assets. But before you get to the crystals, especially when it comes to building wealth, you have to deal with the precious metals, because inside of the precious metals is where we're going to lay the crystals. So our good brother, who I've been building with over the years and whatnot, he tapped in, and then we started sharing this information with the network, right? And now we're doing a workshop, link in bio, on March 27th, dealing with how to build wealth utilizing precious metals. So can you talk to the family real quick?
All right. Peace to you, Brother Red. How's it going?
I'm better now. I'm better now that you're here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, the workshop is monumental. We making history. This is one of the few times, I'm not going to say the first, it's one of the few times that precious metals has been presented in our community, and
Right.
with a strong foundation of I have over 27 years in the industry. So, and collective from the group that I learned from and steady work from, collectively we have over 70 years of experience. So we bringing that to the family on March the 27th, and we've been like Red was said, we've been dropping jewels throughout, you know,
Right.
and I love what you did with brother Smalls. Professor
Right.
Smalls and
Yes.
Rock. Shout out to Rock.
Yes, my good brother Rock, man. My heart's still hurting. I'm in mourning, y'all. We lost a lot of good people in the past few weeks, so I'm still getting over that.
Yeah, that was a powerful rising y'all sent to Brother Rock. And
Thank
Professor
you.
Smalls made some, yes, sir. He made some excellent points. All the brothers made some excellent points. But the one that Professor Smalls made, he was talking about the politics, the economics,
And
and
culture,
the what was the
culture,
other one? The
culture.
culture.
Yeah.
Yes, that brings the family together like glue, and makes it strong. So whatever direction you move in with those three components, you're extremely powerful.
Yes.
You'll succeed. And I was thinking about our class, and so I just was breaking it down in my head. I said, "Oh, economics. Precious metals is the foundation of the ecosystem. You got
Right.
to go into the ground to get it.
Right.
And then the culture of it is our culture. It's in our DNA. To wear the gold, to wear the drip, to wear, all that's right, the silver and the gems.
Now,
Kings
oh,
and queens. It's
the,
it's our culture.
the platinum, the platinum.
The platinum, yes, sir. you know and then the politics of it, I looked at the politics of it. I said holding precious metals, it puts you on your sovereignty pedestal,
Yes, it
you
does.
know
Yes,
because it takes you outside of the monetary system, and you can stand back and look at the monetary system and the politics of it and say, okay, I'm going to make my move in this way when I jump back in. It gives you that way to look at the board. So that's powerful. And tell brother Professor Smalls I want to use that in the workshop.
Oh, I'm gonna let him know as soon as we get off this live, and I know that he is going to be very thankful. He's going to be honored by that, right? He's
Hmm.
gonna be honored by that because he specifically told us on the show to spread that equation, spread that formula, let the
Mm.
never forget it, and to teach those three components is mandatory. Because if anybody that's watching this, if you ever had a friend who's in politics or a politician as a friend, you know the amount of power that they can wield and how many things can be moved as a result of those connections.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Did you get the flyer that well, the video? I'm gonna make a flyer as well.
Yes, I did. Yes, I
Okay. Okay.
got that. I appreciate it. I'm gonna play that tonight on Melanin Monday and whatnot.
You're gonna announce it. Okay.
Yeah, we got a
And,
great
and
we've been having a great response. A lot of people are snatching up tickets. I know that there's some giveaways that we are incentivizing. We're actually gifting the family. Do you want to let them know what we're giving them?
yes, so we have the a silver mask, and I don't know if you got a picture of it. I put the one I have, and I package it up, and
Right.
I'm sending it to the young lady. Let's give a shout out to Yolanda that won the 20th round of
Shout
the person.
out. Right.
Yes.
who's one of our winners. She's one of the winners of a silver master we have. It's a piece on it's a silver pendant, right? Not because I don't want the network to think or the audience to think that we're giving out the mask put on your walls. This is a pendant for your jewelry and whatnot. She was one of the fortunate winners, and we're gifting her jewelry. And here it goes right here. There you go. That right there is pure silver. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Somebody said MF Doom mask.
It's the Maka mask, you know, West Africa, Mali.
Maka. Maka root, right?
Yes.
Like the roots.
The Maka tribe, yes.
Maka tribe. Yeah, fam. So
yes.
They got Maka mask and whatnot. For every 20th ticket holder, you get a Maka mask. But for every ticket holder, you get a free ebook called I Am Rich that was authored by our good brother, Cairo. And you also get a 4-hour workshop that I did in February entitled Dropping Gems. And brother in Cairo opened up alongside Sister Nikki Morgan and Acacia Lewis. So we have Ross Ben as a presenter, along with myself. And that was monumental. That was tied into the Tucson, Arizona gem show, right? Where we linked up with the gem dealers, precious metal and precious gemstone dealers from all around the world, and began making big contacts with them. And as this year progresses, we're only in the first quarter. As the year progresses, y'all are gonna definitely see how those relationships are gonna mature.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I want to thank you, brother.
Yes.
I appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was listening to you.
Yeah, I was just saying, anybody that's out there that want to be a part of our workshop, the link is pinned right there, ktluniversity.com. You'll be able to see the flyer. You could either buy the bundle that has all of those things in it, or you could just get the single ticket. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you feel like doing. Yeah, so I appreciate you. If you want to leave the people with anything, please do.
Likewise. Well, like you were saying, the response has been very, very good. And the communication, the lines are open. I'm going to ship, we're going to get Yolanda piece out. So, you know, maybe we can get a shout out to her once she gets her piece.
Yeah, I want to see her dripping in it. And on Sunday, we're gonna be doing it. Somebody asked for time, 11 a.m. Eastern, because like I said, he's in Brazil, so there's a time difference. So we're gonna get the workshop out of the way on Sunday, so y'all have the rest of your day ahead of you. We don't want to interrupt anyone's 9-to-5 work schedule or whatever's taking place. We don't want to interrupt you putting your children to sleep. So we're gonna do this in a rising, right? 11 a.m. But go ahead.
Yeah. Get your brains, fresh.
Fresh.
So, yeah, absolutely. So tonight, when you go on Melanated Mondays and make the special announcement, make sure, family, y'all tune in, because this is something very special that we're putting together for the 100th ticket holder. Right. And so we pulling out all the cards, because this is this is gonna keep, even after this is over. You're gonna find a lot of people we're just gonna keep rolling, and we want to keep. We're gonna see how this go. We're gonna keep gifting even after the show, and after the actual event. So, but I just want to say before I go that keep in tune what's going on in the news about precious metals. You're gonna keep hearing different things. It's gonna keep bubbling, and right now we in the season that this year is a up cycle. So the last year has been consolidating. Last year, 4 months has been consolidating, and it broke through a momentum chart that's given a signal it's ready to run again. So I want people to be able to catch that. And this class is perfectly right on time for that window of the next 40% up or 50% up in precious metals.
My timing is impeccable. I lie to you not. I would not have done the
Yeah.
workshop with you after the shit went up. We wouldn't have been
Yeah.
doing it. If this didn't happen at the right time, I would have been like, nah, I'm not trying to catch that because the plane took off already. You feel me? The same thing happened with crypto. I wasn't going to talk about NFTs after everybody else started talking about it or Bitcoin. I got to be the first. You know what I mean? So in tradition, to keep up with the tradition of what we've been doing, we are presenting the network and the audience the opportunity that be on perfect time. That's all we here to
Perfect
do,
time.
to be
That's
here on
right.
perfect
That's
time.
right. Get your tickets and take a seat and enjoy the ride.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
All right, my brother. I appreciate you. I might even
All
bring you
right,
on
brother.
if you have if your schedule is allowing it to. I'll have you come on there
Yeah.
so we can both make that special announcement because that's a big announcement
Let's
tonight.
let's let's do it. Let's do it. Hit me with the time.
I got you, King. Appreciate you.
All right. Peace. Appreciate it. All right.
Right. Peace. You know, global connections. It's very important to have those. The brothers in Brazil, there's a lot of doors that are opening up as a result of that. Global connections, family. You know, you want to, remember, keep this in mind. And this is just coming from me to you. People are always chasing a bag, but keep in mind that the real bag is your relationships. Okay? Because that money runs out. That money is fiat. It's really toilet paper at the end of the day. The money runs out. The money expires, right? Can y'all hear me? It's the relationships that have longevity. Nurture your relationships. In this social media era, they've made relationships less valuable than what they truly are. In the social media era where we out here clout chasing and it's all about followers and I want to be bigger than you and I want to be flossier than you and I want people to like me more than they like you, what has taken the hit is our friendships and our relationships. I've had so many falling outs with people who I thought was solid. The shit broke my heart. Because people don't value the relationships more than they value these trinkets and more than they value this materialism and these non-inanimate objects. The money don't move, my nigga. The money need me. I don't need the money. The money need me. These clothes need me. Dead ass. When it was just a fucking regular sweater in sitting around in the design district or the wholesale district looking just regular, it needed me. I went and put a logo on this shit, and now this shit is fresh. Look at it now. Now it's Garvey. This shirt needed me more than I needed it. This crown needs me more than I need it. I could still be red pill without the fucking crown. But when I put the crown on, I add value to the crown. When I put the jewelry on, I add value to the jewelry. None of this shit makes me. I make it. Okay? So your relationships that you have with your loved ones, with your network, with your team, with your day ones, you should cherish that. When you meet up with people that live in different parts of the world, you should nurture those relationships because you'd be surprised how many doors they'll be willing to open up and you may one day need that motherfucking door to jump through. Okay? Let's never negate that. Get on your path, of course. Do your work, granted. Handle your BI naturally. That goes without saying. But still, be an asset to others if you can. If you're a non-sociable person, antisocial, I'm not talking to you. As you can see, that's not my human design. That's not how I'm designed. That's not how I'm a fucking I'm a social butterfly. I'm outside, nigga. I'm in your face. You know what I mean? That's my personality. I'm not shy. Well, I'm kind of shy around the ladies, you know, sometimes. But that's not really all. I'm a twin, right? I'm a twin. The egg split. I'm an identical twin. The egg split in half. So there's an introvert twin, then there's an extrovert twin. When my brother starts getting on his introvert shit or his extrovert, then I become an introvert. That's just how this shit balances it out. When he starts popping out, I fall back. When I'm on the front, he got my back. He's in the pulse. You know what I mean? He's holding it down and whatnot. That's how that thing works. If anybody has twins, you'll understand what I mean. But that's how I am. And I'm a little too much for certain people because they just can't take me. They can't take my energy. They can't take my personality. I'm just a little too much for certain people sometimes. But I'm cool with that because everybody ain't for everyone. But what I'm here to let you know is that the relationships are worth more than the paper that they printing these motherfucking dollars on. I promise you. Okay? I shit you not. Your relationships are worth more. And it could be the most mundane relationships going all the way up to somebody that you're willing to spend the block for. We are undervaluing each other in this quote unquote fake ass reality. People think that because we got social media and all of these things, shit is getting better. Interactions and human relationships and human connectivity is actually suffering. These niggas don't even want to look me in my eyes no more outside. They be looking at my sneakers. I'm like, fam, that's not where my soul is. That's the soul of my sneaker. My soul is right here. You know what I mean? You got to look at me. So I'm not going to talk you out of death. It's been a very good live. I know when to draw. I know when to pull in the motherfucking horse and tie him up. I ain't finna be on this all day. Like I said, me and Al-Kibalon got a lecture coming up, and me and this good brother got a workshop coming up. I'm just working. I don't know. I don't have nothing else to do but to work. You know what I mean? That's my purpose. Like I said earlier, I'm in community service. I'm in service. The more people that I'm in service to, the better my life is. The more people that I can assist and help open up doors for, the easier I can sleep at night. You know what I mean? That's just me. And I'm able to do the things that I love to do, raise my son, you know what I mean? Go walk, take walks in nature, raise my daughter, raise my oldest son. Those are the things. Simple shit, bro. Simple shit. This is not difficult. Don't ever think that I'm out here living this complex type of reality, because I'm really not. I just want to be loved. I want to give love. I want to receive it. And I just want to be treated right. That's it. And I want to treat others correctly and provide. Is that asking fucking too much? You know what I mean? People be making this shit too difficult. You know what I'm saying? I got the greatest aspirations in the world, but that don't define me. You understand? That's not my definition of peace. My definition of success is being able to see my children smile at the end of the day. That makes me smile. And I make it simple like that, so I don't have to complicate things. Because niggas be expecting too much out of this mundane existence. This existence that we're in ain't about shit. It's not much here. You know what I mean? It's not much here. You feel me? If they stripped all of this away, we would be left with our primal fucking needs. And that's to eat and to bust a nut, my genius. It's to eat and to procreate, or to eat and to mate. That is our primal fucking urges. Everything else is window dressing. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Everything else is window dressing. Y'all making this thing complicated. So this mundane existence that we are here experiencing. No, somebody said not masturbation. No, I didn't say masturbation. I said bust a nut, right? Pleasure, orgasm from both genders, right? From both genders. Okay, all right. And when you do that, you could procreate. You could co-create yourself. Be fruitful and multiply type of thing. So those are our primal instincts. I didn't write that. I didn't make that up. That's how niggas is programmed. If they took the clothes away, they took the TV away, they took all of these trappings and trinkets, we are left with our primal urges. I didn't write that. I didn't come up with that. So this existence that we are in, oh, I get you, conscious, eyes open. I'm just, yeah. This existence that we're in is very mundane. Don't forever in your life think that this is it. This is not the heights of our experiences as sentient light beings trapped inside of this fucking spacesuit that's wired to be stimulated by environment, right? Touch, because like elder who just made transition, General Marvin in Harlem, he said that there is no five senses. All of the senses are touch. It's really stimuli. You put something on your tongue, it's touching it. You see something through your eyes are being touched. You hearing music or sound, it's touching your eardrums and whatnot. Touch. We're on a planet where this is all about stimulation, right? That's why we're hooked into stimuli. That's why people are so distracted by stimuli, because this whole thing is about touch. We are spiritual beings having a human experience inside of this quote unquote machine that we're in. This is a machine, and I ain't talking about Conway. This body is a machine, and this machine is here to touch things and to experience things. We live in an age of experience. So get out there and experience life. Get out there and experience life. Get out there and experience love. Get out there and experience hate. Get out there and experience fear. Get out there and experience everything that you need to experience. And if you need to get over what it is that you're experiencing, then master that. But that's really what this is. And then we create others so they can experience as well other aspects of the Most High, or what they may call God and whatnot. He's negating, or it's negating itself. It's negating itself so it can experience itself. That's really what this shit is about. Whatever you've been experiencing, you upload it into higher dimensions. When you go to sleep, it's like a memory card. But that's what we're here doing. We're here experiencing shit. And from my interactions in the spirit realm, and from my interactions by sitting at the foot of the elders, what they tell me is the best experience that you can have is with another sentient like being, or animals and things of that nature, the animal kingdom, but definitely with your Aeolites, definitely with other humans and whatnot. You know what I mean? So it goes back to what I was saying again about the value of the relationships that many of us are in with our friends and our loved ones and things of that nature. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I be smacking kufis, my nigga. I'm not perfect. I'm not out here. I'm not on this live trying to say that I'm kumbaya with everybody and I'm out here planting flowers for people. You know, I got work to do. I got work to do. You know, I got work to do. And I can't speak for nobody else but myself. But it's a beautiful journey. It's a learning. It's a learning experience. It's educational, and it helps you grow as a person, and it helps build your character. So that's what it is. I'm out of here though. Love and light to the family. Tap into KTL University for the tickets. Melanin Monday is tonight. We're aiming for 10 p.m. Eastern to go live. Know the Ledge Media. That link is also in my bio. I look forward to seeing some of y'all tonight. We're gonna even go further. We're gonna tap in. We're gonna go up. All right. Peace.